What up, nerds? And welcome to another Blanc episode of Straight Chilling, the weekly horror movie review show where you chill and we kill, slice, dice, and chop up yet another horror movie. My name is Bob. I'll be your host for the evening. This is episode 558, recorded on Sunday, December 14th, 2025. Tonight, we are talking about Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Before we get into it, let me introduce everyone else on the show tonight. First up, calling in from Washington, D.C., we got Shaboy Rand Diesel. What's up, man?
Now, who's responsible for this unwarranted attack on my person?
What's going on, buddy? You ready to talk about the latest Blanc?
That is such a great, rendition of Benoit Blanc that you just did with your own mouth. I can't believe how accurate you are.
I'm full of surprises and bumps, mostly full of bumps.
Just a very bumpy man. That's what I love about
I'm just
you.
a bump boy. They call me the bumper.
This is my bumpy boy, Randy. Last but not least, calling in from Seoul, South Korea, we got Shaboy Soju. What's up, man?
What up? It's your boy. He hath risen, stains, boys. Can't keep me down.
Man.
Biblically.
That's what he said.
Old Bumpy Dick Randy over there.
I'm sorry.
Dick. Nobody
Dick got
said that.
added. It's a late breaking edition of this nickname.
Yeah, now we're just getting out of control. Okay.
Old Bumpy Dick over here.
God damn.
Bumpy
That's
boy.
pretty
Smooth dick.
I don't know.
Dick
I don't know if there's a
ever saw.
preferable nickname out of the bunch here.
Smooth Dick Randy. That's what.
I guess that's fine.
I don't know if it's better. I'm not sure.
It's got to be
Oh, my
better.
goodness.
I mean,
It's preferable. I
mean, bumped for their pleasure.
No,
I don't know.
no,
All
shut
right.
it down.
Yeah, we're
Shut
shutting
it
it down.
down.
Good call. Good
Look,
call.
you started her up, my guy.
Oh, we are talking about a new Netflix joint, the third in the Knives Out trilogy. Before we get
we've
to
covered
it,
a lot of Netflix movies this year. I was thinking Frankenstein was on here too.
Frankenbang, yeah. A lot? Is that the
That's a
only
lot.
other one, though? Yeah, I think
One
there's probably
example,
some
two
more.
examples, even.
There's probably more.
I would not be shocked if there was a third.
We are going to talk about Stranger Things 5 after it's all out.
see,
so-
That's true.
But that's next
the
year.
most Netflix property.
The most
Oh my lord.
Netflix of all. Before we talk about our 89th Netflix release of the year, let's tackle a little bit of housekeeping real quick here. We do have our January poll currently posted over on our Patreon website. If you guys support us at the $5 level or above, you get the chance to vote on a movie we're talking about this January. The theme for January, per usual, is just shit we missed last year. We got 6 movies that came out in 2025 we just didn't have time to get to, and they are Begonia, Companion, Dangerous Animals, Good Boy, Toxic Avenger, and The Ugly Stepsister.
Hello, Bob. How those numbers looking? Any switcheroos?
No switcheroos, some slight changes in the numbers happening here. There's only one goose egg on the board, and that is, to my surprise, Dangerous Animals, sitting at a goose egg.
There's a couple of these I gotta watch, to be honest with you. Maybe on the old plane ride, maybe they'll have a couple of them on there, hopefully.
Yeah, that one's worth the gander.
All right.
Faux show.
I think, that's one of them. Good Boy, too. I haven't seen. Gotta check that out.
The second to last place, The Ugly Stepsister, was 6% of the vote.
I am shocked by that.
Me
Yeah,
too. I
shocked.
think we're all pretty shocked about that one.
I'm in
Shocked, I tell you.
shock.
Medical shock.
Somebody help me. And then we got a tie for fourth place here. 11% of the vote sitting with Good Boy and Toxic Avenger.
Okay.
Then we got Companion in second place, 33% of the vote. Begonia still on top with 39% of the vote.
Damn. Okay.
There you go.
Well, we still got several weeks to go.
Yeah. That recency bias is coming for Begonia, I think.
True that. Get those votes in before the end of the month. We'll see what we're talking about this January. We are dropping mini casts every other Friday over on Patreon as well. We just had one come out this past Friday on Predator Badlands. Your boy Soju is out there just breaking hearts and ripping farts, let me tell you.
Yeah, both.
In that order. Sometimes at the same
I break
time.
the hearts and then I leave them with it.
Listen, honey, it's not going to work. Gotta go.
Out of here.
It's not you, it's me.
Leave them with a little something to remember me by.
Just a little case of the brown eye. God.
Let them treasure one last cent, you know?
If only I could bottle this.
This is what you could have been missing, honey.
Man. So check that out. That's over on Patreon. The next one we got dropping here is also from ya boy Soju. This is coming out day after Christmas, Friday the 26th, and it's going to be On the Long Walk. Next up.
Yeah, Soju closing out the year. Hope that's all right.
It's
but
not.
yeah,
Not all right.
Stop
that's what you're
doing
getting,
it.
because I don't think anybody else is going to record another
No.
So
Have to make way for some nothing.
Speaking of, we need some mini cast for January, boys.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Oh, wait, time goes by.
Keeps
goes
marching.
on.
It just keeps
It
marching
keeps
forward.
They don't stop.
That's going to be the Long Walk episode anyway, is going to be our 178th minicast, by the way.
Jesus.
Get it?
H,
Oh,
fuck.
well, we need 22. I think we'll hit 200 next year.
Next year,
we
for
do
sure.
about 22. Yeah, a year 'cause
Easily.
God, we're doing more mini episodes of this fucking show than most podcasts
people
have on the
have
proper
episodes.
main channel.
I was thinking about this. We need to do some research. We need to do our own research, but I wonder if there is a Guinness Book World Record for longest running consecutive podcast, because we
Buddy.
might be in the running at this point.
Buddy, if we go and say to Guinness Book that we want a longest running podcast series, they will just give it to us because it is largely just a marketing firm that
Maybe.
you purchase ads from.
Let me get that. Let me get that.
I'm curious. I was
Just-
thinking about this the other day, actually.
You need to do my own research and let
I'm
me
gonna
know.
do it right now, actually.
Okay. On the clock. Do it. Check
Well,
out.
we do a lot of recording. There's no time to do this research outside of class.
We're always recording.
Oh no.
Check out Minicasts. They are on Patreon. Do that for yourself. The only other Patreon news we got here is another reminder we are reopening the You Pick the Flick tier on January 1st at an undisclosed time of day. This is the only way for you, the listener, to pick a movie for us, the nerds, to talk about. We got 5 spots dropping on January 1st. And those are going to be the only 5 spots available for the first half of the year. We'll reopen it sometime in June, probably. So, yeah, you just got to refresh your feed, check our Patreon, and see whenever You Pick the Flick is open, and grab you a spot and let us know what movie we're talking about for you.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
Guess what?
Don't
boys?
eat my
We're beat out by I guess Joe Rogan started in 2009. So
Whom?
We're fucked.
Never heard of her.
we're fucked. Damn it.
Jeff Rogaine?
When are we
Never
gonna
heard of
get that Spotify deal?
Bogan? Joe Bogan? Never heard of her.
Joe
Rogan.
Bogan.
Who? What? I don't know. Check our shit
This
out
is the
on
quality
Patreon.
content that we bring every fucking week forever.
Radio Lab.
Forever.
Radio Lab, does that count though?
That's not a podcast. That's a radio.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
knows the
Lab.
difference. It's a lab. Boys, you got anything else you need to plug?
Not a goddamn thing.
I'll just say it once. Now it's officially released. I did a bonus episode on the Seoul Independent Film Festival, and my guest did show up. We did record it together outside in the freezing cold. That was great.
That was great.
that was so great.
It was like Hot Ones, but the opposite of hot.
Cold.
But shouts outs to my boy Stefan, who I met at the film festival. He is a German journalist, and he's been chilling in Korea for the past 5 months and went to a couple of the film festivals. And I met him on the first day, so we hung out a lot at the festival, and he recorded with me. And he has his own podcast in German, but he does some English interviews with Korean directors, and it's called Kino Korea. So check that out and listen to our coverage. Yeah.
Tight.
Great fun.
It is. Last thing I got is, at the time of you listening to this, we will have just dropped a brand new episode of Let's Get Physical Media. Your boy Mikey and myself, we're talking about our November pickups. So if you're into collecting Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, the occasional VHS tape, check out Let's Get Physical Media everywhere you get your podcasts.
All right. I already told Bob I'm getting ready for that audit now.
The
Now
annual
it's confirmed
audit.
I'm coming into town. I gotta get my auditing gloves ready.
We got to film it,
It
too.
might just be. It might just be
screaming
more
match.
efficient. It might be efficient.
God!
No!
Bob! Why did you do this?
I'm requiring you both to drink 4 shots of tequila just before going in and having this conversation.
There's 18 copies of Godzilla 98.
And they're all covered in salt and,
I
lime
bought you
now.
3 of them. What's wrong with it?
What's wrong? No.
That's still gonna count as $10.
The average.
But you need to just like
gotta
have Bob
average
accrue
it
all of his gift card receipts because that's just those are just DVDs.
That's
in the
free
making
money, baby.
Already.
That's just
That's
playing with
well,
house
somebody
money.
paid for it. So
Well,
Not
no.
your
I say
boy.
you count it. You just don't have to worry with what he bought with it. You just know the amount.
Bezos paid for it, dog.
What? Yeah, I don't think he did somehow.
Cool. I think our house is clean.
This house is clean.
Let's get into the main event. We're talking about Wake Up Dead Man, and we're kicking it off with the back of the box.
What's on the back of the box?
Bob, you can't have this box because it doesn't exist. I doubt it will. That's my guess, right? Would you assume? I don't know. What's up with the old Glass Onion and stuff like that? Did they get those?
Did they release Glass Onion on?
I don't think they did. The first Knives Out movie is on Blu-ray for sure. I don't think they put out Glass Onion, to my knowledge. So this one might not get a release, which is unfortunate, but it does live on Netflix for now, if you would like to check it out. It is rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours and 24 minutes. This brand new release just hit Netflix this past Friday. This is written and directed by Shaboy Ryan Johnson, who I believe wrote and directed the previous two as well. So this is very much his baby. Stars Daniel Craig, Josh O'Connor, Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington, Andrew Scott, Kaylee Spaney, Daryl McCormack, Jeffrey Wright, Thomas Hayden Church. So many people. Holy shit. I'll stop
Shame they
reading.
couldn't get any celebrities for
I've
this.
never
thing,
heard
huh?
about any of them.
I know. Who? Where were these?
They knew on the scene.
These no-name losers are in this. I don't know. Plot synopsis brought to you by IMDb is as follows. Shaboy Benoit Blanc returns for his most dangerous case yet. And that's it. That's what you get.
Boy, that's quite a synopsis.
Wow, that could be the same as the
I feel like
previous
this is
films.
not his most dangerous case yet.
I would feel like the one where he's on an isolated island would probably be more risque.
Yeah. He doesn't.
I don't know.
I don't think he's
man.
in danger
I don't
at
think-
all
yeah, I don't think
ever
there's any
in this
danger.
movie. Yeah.
That was at the best case scenarios. That was written by an intern that had not seen it and doesn't know what it is yet.
Oh,
It was written,
Randy, you
weeks ago.
sweet
But
naive child. You
A
know
robot
in
that.
all
wrote
likelihood,
that.
it was written by a robot.
Who we all love and respect a lot.
Oh,
We all bow to our new AI overlords.
happily bow. Boys, brand new movie. Obviously, first time watch for all of us here. Would you recommend folks at home check out Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery? Rand Diesel, kick us off.
Yeah, I sure would. I think that the this wave, especially coming out of Ryan Johnson, of mystery genre material, has been great. And this movie is just another brick in that wall, and I'm not tired of it yet myself. So, and it definitely is the kind of movie that you can you can probably watch with your adult family at least, and have a good time with it. You know what I mean? It's pretty accessible. This one is a little more grimdark than the other two for sure. The tone is a lot more buttoned up than the previous two, which I think is to its benefit. Keeps it a little bit fresher. But yeah, I think it's worth a watch for sure.
Randy loves Rian Johnson's bricks. Juice, what about you?
Yeah, I'll give a recommend. I thought this was pretty good. It's a little long in the tooth, as they say.
As one person famously says.
They.
And but yeah, it's a little out of season as well. I mean, a little Eastery for my taste. I mean, you know.
This tastes like Easter.
This is the Christmas season
like,
after all.
Chocolate covered malted milk ball eggs.
Would it kill them to release a Christmas mystery?
Would it
come on.
kill you?
Why are they denying me what they know I need?
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. The acting here, you know, that's packed full of very talented actors. So yeah, I mean, a general recommend. Other than the length, yeah, it's a pretty fun watch. Bob, how about you? Would you recommend people check this out?
Yeah, generally speaking, I would say yes. It's on Netflix, so it's really easy to come by. And this is one of the few Netflix movies that is over 2 hours long, where like I didn't necessarily feel the runtime. It seems like maybe you did, Juice, but it didn't really bother me. You know, I was pretty engaged throughout. So yeah, kudos for that. Anyways, a pretty fun mystery with some good performances that I think will generally entertain probably the vast majority of people that throw it on. So it's not super horror related. I mean, obviously some murders happening. Murder is
enough for this podcast.
But yeah. So horror adjacent. You know, if we're gonna talk about Clue, we might as well talk about a Benoit Blanc flick. You know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that sounds like a general recommendation from the Straight Chilling crew.
It was fun.
Have we done all three of these now? We did Knives Out.
We haven't reviewed any of them before.
I thought we did Knives Out.
No,
we did not.
I think this is the first one.
Maybe
first
mini cast.
Maybe.
Never mind then. Scratch that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Scratch that. So we're going to be spoiling the shit out of this Benoit Blanc movie. And here comes your warning.
Spoiler warning.
Whoa, Randy.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I got to do a synopsis.
God, Bob putting us to work this week.
Do something.
I'm all frazzled. I'm overworked, overstressed, and now I got to read a synopsis.
We don't do enough around here.
Read your words.
I do Cooter of the week, okay?
Cooter.
I put a lot of time and thought into that, preparing each
every
week.
single week.
Plot synopsis is as follows. Wake Up Dead Man opens with Father Judd, Josh O'Connor, recounting what he calls the Good Friday murder. Assigned to a failing church in a small town in Chimney Rock, Judd serves under Monsignor Wicks, Josh Brolin, a domineering and polarizing priest with a small but devoted congregation. Among them are bookkeeper Martha, Glenn Close, alcoholic Dr. Nat, Jeremy Renner, novelist Lee, Andrew Scott, cellist Simone, Kaylee, whose last name I did not put here for some reason.
Spaney.
The actress's last name, I'm sorry. Thank you. Lawyer Vera by Kerry Washington, and conservative would-be candidate Cy, Daryl McCormack, and groundskeeper Samson, Thomas Hayden Church, all of whom are potential suspects. Judd clashes with Wicks over his incendiary sermons and forms an unsanctioned prayer group, deepening tensions within the flock. After a heated confrontation, secretly recorded by Cy, in which Judd threatens Wicks, the Monsignor is found dead on Good Friday, stabbed in a storage closet just outside the view of the congregation. The local police chief, Mila Kunis, calls in for outside help. Benoit Blanc arrives and teams up with Judd to investigate. Interviews and discoveries reveal a hidden family fortune connected to Wick's father, the former parishioner, as well as a recording exposing Cy as Wicks's illegitimate son and their plan to retire and close the church. Blanc deduces that Wicks knew where the fortune was, which enables his plan to exit. Days later, Wicks's tomb mysteriously opens, leading to a violent encounter that leaves Samson dead, with Judd awakening and with the murder weapon in hand. Soon after, Wicks's body and Dr. Nat are found together in the latter's home, with Nat also having been killed. In the finale, Blanc explains the mechanics of the crime, but refuses to name the culprit in a public setting. Once the room clears, he allows Martha to confess instead. She reveals that she killed Wicks to stop him from stealing the buried fortune and closing the church, staging events to present him as a resurrected figure while eliminating this existential threat to her home church. Her plan spiraled into unintended deaths, including Dr. Nat, whom she herself poisoned in retribution for killing Samson. Martha reveals that she has poisoned herself as well just moments before her confession and dies just after receiving absolution from Father Judd. The hidden gem-based fortune then falls out of her hand, and Father Judd quietly conceals it within the new crucifix at the church and walks away a free man, head of the church. Roll them credits, as some folks are prone to say.
Roll it to that sweet Tom Waits banger, Come On Into the House.
I love
Dude,
that.
Can I tell you guys, before we get going, about the experience I had in theater with this? Because this movie should have been a bad beer scenario on every level for me.
Oh, no.
Because I had the loudest, most fucking obnoxious piece of shit behind me in the theater who was just so drunk and so belligerently when I'm saying he wasn't like speaking so much. This is at an Alamo Draft House where like they're supposed to be pretty on top of that shit. They did nothing. We complained a couple times. The people next to us complained. They did nothing. So this guy just sat there and like loudly guffawed at things that just were not jokes, just weren't jokes, just laughing to himself. He would laugh at scene transitions. It would just cut to a different scene and he would laugh loudly.
You just didn't get it. You didn't get the joke.
Dude, it was, and then every time there was like a fucking reveal of any kind, even the kind that was like immediately undercut because Benoit Blanc's like, no, you're wrong, because he does that thing. Every single time as they're revealing, he's like, yep, yep, like I knew all along.
Damn, dude.
And then when fucking Tom Waits came on, I got so happy, and this motherfucker started singing the song out loud while the person with him was like, this woman was begging him to shut the fuck up the entire time. It was hellish experience in theaters, and I don't understand, but somehow this movie overcame all of that for me.
Damn.
But yeah, I did rewatch it yesterday, and it's great. That needle drop hits just right.
God, it really does.
Wound up to the house.
Plus, like a full star because of that song.
It was great. I let the credits roll just to like listen to the whole damn song and sing along. Yeah. So yeah, this is I would say too long. I don't think it needs to be. I did feel the runtime, and even when I started, I was like, woof, 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ. Because I mean, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's necessary. I don't know exactly where I would cut it from, but it just seems very unnecessary. I don't know how long the other ones were, but this is like a slower pace type of mystery. I mean, it's not action packed or things aren't really like moving very quickly. It's plays out like a mystery should, it's just, I don't know. It's too long.
I don't know. They're all over 2 hours. The shortest was Knives Out, the first, which was 2 hours and 10. And they've progressively gotten an extra 5 or 10 minutes. This one is 2 hours and 24 minutes, which, yeah, I agree. Like, could be seen as too long, but I'm with Bob. Like, I didn't feel it at all. I felt like it kept things moving at just like a very intentional pace. I never felt bored, and I never felt like I was losing steam with the movie. There was a point at which I thought the movie was like about to end, and then it kept going after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it made perfect sense why that it needed to do that, because there's a lot of thread left to pull still, and I just didn't realize it because I'm not the kind of guy who tries to figure out the mysteries as I'm watching.
Me too.
I really just let it wash over
There's
me.
like
I'd rather
no way
be
you could
shocked at
figure
the end.
this shit out. There's really
I think
no
there
way.
is, but only for like people that are like devoted to that way of like consuming mysteries in general.
Just don't.
And it's not the way I prefer to do it.
Like,
so
Too stupid.
Nobody could have been like, oh, they sewed the head of the knife onto his jacket, and then when he drank the poison and fell down, then they pulled it off and put a real knife in. Like, how would you ever begin to figure that out before it's explained to you?
You could,
I mean,
the
I think you
clank,
could.
yeah, the metal clang. You could hear that he like drank something, but yeah,
Sure, yeah.
it was painted red to match his parishioners' robes. Like there's like. But the thing is, like, it's not. It's impactful because it manages to fool you so easily. Like, you got to be really, really fucking eagle-eyed and on top of it, and also just a pretty good guesser and probably just like read enough mysteries to
Trying
know
to prove
where
something
the
to
red
yourself.
herrings are versus the real shit. You know,
I bet
and I'm just not down for that kind
your
of
boy
viewing.
Judd hid the flask just to like save face for the congregation, and then Dr. Nat walked in and swapped the fake knife head for a real knife. Like, to like figure all that out if you did, good for you. That's fucking crazy.
I mean,
if you did.
but though famously, like even back like with what's her name? What is? Oh shit! The Hercule Poirot woman. What's her name? Oh, I can't think of this writer's name. But like classic mysteries, like in novel form, people are able to ponder it more. And whenever they get transferred to movies, it always suffers from that sort of thing where you don't have like an intermission to really think about the pieces. You know what I mean? You're just letting it wash over you. So yes and no. I mean, it's just if you really go in wanting to do that, you got to be like a fucking distance runner of mystery novels. You got to know your business.
I think I've forgotten a key part of the mystery. There was a remote and it affected the baseball game. I can't remember what the remote
that was.
They were joking
blood
about
squib,
it.
So that the
The blood.
out.
That's what it was. Okay, that's right. Yeah, God, that's so that was also sewn into the jacket. And then
And the other thing about it is like this is also playing off of those classic horror mystery tropes or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's building on the red herrings already exist and like subverting the subversion. Like, so it's pretty messy when you untangle the thing. So yeah, it's tough to figure out.
I thought Cy did it. He was my guess.
Yeah, he's a real motherfucker, but a bit of a red herring, I guess.
I think he was too obvious of a choice. And like, I think if I had put money on somebody, it really was Martha. Actually, I would have guessed Martha, just because she is like the overly pious one. You know what I mean? It like narratively, it makes a kind of resonant sense for her to end up being the big bad or the big culprit at the end. I didn't expect Nat, but it makes sense why he was not like. I would not think of him as the person pulling the strings, and he was not. He was just like a diligent rube who tried to break out on his own.
He got.
Yeah.
Dude, that like tub full of whatever acid in his basement. That scene when Blanc like hits the valve and drains it, and you see like all the bones laying there. That was a fucking great moment. Probably the most like horror moment of this whole thing.
It was too, because also too the flesh was gone from just the arms,
very
like the forearms.
Mars Attacks bones in there.
Yeah, it was.
The bright green goop. I love that.
That was a great
moment. That was probably the most horror moment, now that you mentioned that. But yeah, it was spooky. I liked when he, broke out of the mausoleum, and that was just a cool aspect of it too, that you could push it from the inside. And that was a cool spooky kind of setting. Fun. It is fun, like a good way to incorporate spookiness into Easter. It's pretty cool.
It reminded me, it had some like, I think maybe low key nods to The Exorcist with like a boxing priest, kind of wrestling with his faith. And
that's true.
Kind of made me think about that.
I guess he is kind of wrestling with his faith.
And
Like sorry, Bob, I'm cutting you off in the middle.
also,
there. Go ahead.
just the like regular nods to the Hollow Man novel.
Oh, okay. I was
Not
thinking
Hollow
of the
Man.
movie Hollow
Hollow
Man. I was
Man.
like, did somebody
Yeah.
tweak a nipple in this? I didn't miss it somehow.
Kevin Bacon was in this movie the whole time. You just couldn't see him. Actually.
Yeah, uncredited.
Got his paycheck, baby.
Just twerking nips.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
man.
a shame though. 'cause
I want to see her nipple.
we all know that.
We know that.
Yeah,
Martha
I
is.
really liked the discussion about faith in this, though. Like the faith discussion is actually not like it's not nothing in this, where it points out like basically like the weaponization of Christianity against earthly enemies, and like the way people take advantage of that and take advantage of their pulpit. Like it's not like breaking new ground kind of commentary, but it is like effective the way they did it. I really loved the way that they used light, especially in the altar itself, to sort of like show that. And like whenever, like when Benoit Blanc and Judd are having that discussion about faith right at the beginning, and Benoit's like, I'm a heretic, blah blah blah, and all this shit. The light, the sun, or the sun gets overcast or whatever, and not a whole lot of sun that's coming in. But then when Father Judd starts speaking about his reasoning, the sun right behind him starts lighting up, and it's like it's so simple and so like almost too easy, but they did it really fucking well, and it's like such a beautiful location that it works. I love that sort of thing.
Well, and it's a good balance too. I mean, because it is, it's natural and somewhat easy to have this thing that's commentating on, religion and keeping people angry, but it's all the negative aspects of it too. It's, he's exploiting one person. She's hoping for a miracle because she's young and she's experienced this pain, and like everybody's got their own loneliness or like crisis they can't figure out in their life. They just can't wrap their mind around it. And there's this person who's willing to exploit it and pull it out for profit and for their own power and everything like that. And that's very like, appropriate to comment on that and stuff like that. But I do like how you have Father Judd too, and he's younger and he's passionate and he's like really trying to help. And it seems like most of the way he's losing, or he just tries to make a prayer group and they fucking throw him under the bus, or he really is just trying to get along or do his best, or like really kind of rectify this problem that he's had in his life that led him to his faith. And I thought that was a really good balance.
Yeah, totally.
I like,
and sorry, Bob.
I was just gonna say, I like how Judd, like throughout this, he reveals that he accidentally killed a man in the boxing ring when he was younger, and so when he thinks that he's committed murder again, he's so ready to turn himself in. And as he walks into the police station, that scene where Benoit Blanc just like scoops him up and takes him right out, and nobody notices, and he's like, "Get in the car, shut up," because he knows he's innocent. That whole moment is fucking amazing. Also at the church towards the end, where he just like cuts him off by playing Phantom of the Opera on the organ, like just to keep him from.
I needed
confessing.
you to be quiet. Like that's such a great moment.
The comedy
I really
in
like
this is great. Like there's a lot of funny
It
moments.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it's shot and approached in a way more, like I was saying earlier, it feels more buttoned up. It feels more like almost more like a actual classic detective story, rather than what like Knives Out was, and certainly what Glass Onion was, which leaned hard into the comedy aspect and the commentary and all that stuff. This has the commentary, but it's taking itself a little bit more seriously. But it still has its laughs. It still has quite a few of them. To go back to Judd, though, for like 1 second, like I really love this character, and I loved his Road to Damascus moment, how that played in at the end, and like it's really like smartly conceived to have this guy who like in the middle of him doing what he's supposed to do in a mystery novel in trying to find the killer or whatever, he realizes this is not actually what's important to me, and I need to step backwards. And that is what lays the groundwork for what happens at the end. That is what makes him That's ultimately what makes Martha come forward, is that sort of thinking, is that he was right. He was the righteous one in the room, and she in her own words, confessed to the wrong priest, the one that wasn't actually going to support her or like continue preaching the word of God once he got his talons into some money. So like, I don't know. I really just love that. It's narratively satisfying, but also like spiritually, it's an interesting way of handling this kind of character.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's whenever Judd first arrives on the scene, like first gets to his new church, and then he takes Wick's confession, and Wick just goes down the like laundry list of ways and places he's masturbated. I can't like.
Get your hand off my penis!
I'm not sure. And then to find out later that he's actually incapable of even having an erection, so he's just making all this stuff up. It's just
Then
like
I would just give him like 1 million Hail Marys for lying to me. Be like, you're going to hell, you old bitch.
he just.
I mean, I don't think he
condemn
cares. He's about to like abandon the church.
I guess he's just
the
trying
fortunes.
to run Judd off. Something that like I was a little confused about is like why he would want to run off every single new congregant, like because they show like kind of like a montage of like new people showing up at the church, and he just like basically berates them until they fucking leave every single time.
Well, I think that's a good commentary, though, because they do explain it. And I thought that was very interesting, is because it's like by making it feel more exclusive, by running the other people off, he's giving the loyalists he's what they
The
want
edge of superiority.
or something. Yeah, that it's like he's giving them a reason to feel like an inner circle, like they're
Like
protected
they're
in a
truly
way,
faithful.
like that they made it, that they're in, and it kind of gives them a show. It gives them a reason to feel superior to other people, which is a good feeling for them.
It's like
so he's keeping them mad about something. Like he needs. He was saying like you have to find a scapegoat, but in such a small market, it gets harder and harder and harder. But that's what your foundation is built upon. That's literally how you've gotten this group. And in order to maintain that, you have to keep berating somebody. There has to be some scapegoat.
yeah.
So yeah, I thought that.
But I also don't think that he's doing it like purely out of that calculation. He is just a mean-spirited piece of
Yeah,
shit
he's just a son
who
of a
resents
bitch.
his mother for being the harlot whore, and clearly has a lot of fucking problems that stem well past his management of the pulpit. So like, I think it's like it gives him the leverage, the power to be cruel to people that he just doesn't respect, because he doesn't respect people. He doesn't love people. He doesn't have mercy for people. He looks down upon them. He thinks that he is the righteous one, and if they run off, then it's because of their weakness, and the ones that stay are, they're just proof positive that he's got something to sell. So like, it's as much delusional. It's almost as delusional for him as it is for them. That's how I took it anyway. And like, I don't know, like there's like, I don't think there's like as much cold calculation in doing that as there is just like, I don't give a fuck, and people like loving that feeling. Like that's kind of what this movie is commenting on too, on the broader cultural spectrum. It's like not just finding enemies to trounce on, but just the feeling of detachment that you get, detachment from evil things that you get by vilifying somebody. Like if somebody else is the villain, then that means you're the hero, no matter what you do. So I think that's in play as well.
Well, and I also think it's just like, it's not necessarily calculated in that he has found something that works for him. And yeah, he is running out of ammunition, So yeah, he is running out of people, but when he ultimately runs out of ammunition, or when he's getting lower and lower and lower, his plan is just to abandon everybody. Then, oh shit, like I've got nobody else to criticize. It's time to criticize all of them. Like as soon as he finds a way out, as soon as he's like, oh, I don't need these people anymore, then they become the target, because that's just how he naturally is. So it's not calculated in the fact that like he has some long-term plan. It's calculated in the fact that it's like, well, this is what works for me, so I'm going to keep doing it because it gives me success, it gives me power, it gives me influence, it gives me money, and I'll just keep doing it until it whittles down, and then he has to find something else to do, and he lucks into getting the secret, and then he's like, well, fuck it, now I don't have to protect these people anymore. Now they become the last of what's left to criticize before he heads out the door.
To become the president.
Yeah, it's like clear that he's like his resentment towards his mother led to the way he preaches, and then the way that he preaches led to the congregation he has, and that led to more resentment and disenfranchisement. Like he's not getting anything out of this anymore other than somebody to slap around every week. You know what I mean? So it's truly a power game with him. That's the only thing that's keeping him afloat. So yeah, as soon as he attains like the one true power in America, which is an unspecified fortune that will and some potential for influence through Psy and his little scheming. I mean, he's gung ho for it. Fuck you, got mine. That's the real principle at play. And that's what ultimately Judd is able to convince Blanc of. And that's, I don't know, I think it works really, really nicely. Yeah, I'm a fan of all that.
Yeah, me too.
Good shit.
So, I don't know. I don't have a ton of criticisms for this movie, having seen it twice now. I mean, I think that this is always true, though. Like, some of the characters are a little underutilized, or like, I thought Kerry Washington's character was a little hard, a little harder for me to follow at first. No. That's
the lawyer, I think.
I'm talking about the lawyer who raised raised an illegitimate son of not even her own father's son.
Yeah, there was some, and I feel like that was one of my issues with the runtime, is because at the end of 2.5 hours, it was kind of like what I felt a little bit with Frankenstein, which was another Netflix thing. It was like, with so much time spent, it's strange that it feels like there's not that many characters. And it feels like it's strange. Like, I don't really feel like we spent much time, any meaningful time, with the writer, or kind of like you said, the lawyer, or I don't really know, other than just being options for the murder, potential suspects. I don't really know what kind of purpose they serve. They just,
that is the purpose, and like
felt like kind of wasted potential, I guess.
I mean, yes and no. Like this again, like that's sort of like a hallmark of the mystery novel. You have to have a wide stable of characters. Not all of them need to be super fleshed out. In fact, some of them not being fleshed out makes them more suspicious. You know, and they serve the purpose of causing you to think extra hard and spread the scattershot barbs of suspicion all over the place. So there's that, but also they were bringing the jokes, like that author character, like the Big Lebowski, Walter from the Big Lebowski thing, like all that shit. Like every line he says is so like cloyingly pathetic and silly, and like I don't know it. That's where some of the like more like direct commentary on people is found, where it's like, oh, there's a guy whose books were waning in popularity, and so he left it all and left the liberal hive mind and did blah 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 and embraced this, and now all he still has a following, but they're a devoted following of fucking chuckleheads and survivalists that he doesn't even respect. It's quite literally the same thing that Father Wicks is going through, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But the way they portray it is just for laughs. It's pretty great.
The visual at the end when you see him at like a book signing and they all look exactly like Walter from the Big Lebowski is such a great payoff to that line.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Very good.
Hey, money's money, baby, you know?
Yeah. $50 an autograph.
Certainly.
No
is.
matter how you get it, money is money.
No matter how you get
Just get it.
That's the message we want to put out into the world here at Straight
That's
Show.
what I learned from this
Just
movie.
gotta get it.
You just gotta get it.
Damn.
May I do the thinking, please?
Oh man.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, but like in particular, Kerry Washington, her character to me, like just where she like literally like understanding what her role was a little bit more arduous because I just don't think it was. I think they kind of sped through that a little bit, which. Like you said, to your point, like, yeah, that it did feel that way because they were just kind of like cycling through stuff. But that is like overwhelming you with information is a key tool to these kind of stories. So,
but see, here's where I think there's missed potential there, especially because you have, if you consider it from Cy and then you consider it from Wix and you consider it from her, the lawyer's point of view, there is this element too, especially how we talked about like, even necessarily think this is fully fleshed out with Wix. Like I know the story of the mother is such a big thing that resonates through this town and resonates through this church and like is a big part about it. But I guess we don't get as much time with Wix wrestling with it or it bothering Wix like specifically, like other people talk about it. But I mean, from the standpoint of the lawyer, like the reason that she takes on this kid is to prove something to her father. And then obviously the Cy has the same kind of aspect where he has this detachment from his parent, he doesn't know what his situation is and everything like that. So, I mean, there is this kind of element of trying to prove something or having this kind of childhood wound that drives your life, that drives to some sort of like toxicity in your world. Yeah. That I feel like
Frankenstein.
Or Frankenstein that's present in enough of these characters that it could have been stronger or clearer or tied together in a better way. And I just don't think that it really was. So that's kind of a disappointment.
I don't know. I think that like it was to me. I don't expect every single character here to have a full, like even a full arc necessarily, because ultimately a lot of them are serving as red herrings, and I expect that in a cast like this, in a film like this kind of mystery story. But those bits that we do get are all, as we're identifying now, pretty resonant with the idea of like either absent or shitty or toxic parentage, specifically fathers. And that rolls perfectly in with, discussions of faith in Christianity, which is very much a God the Father patriarchal thing, certainly in the Catholic Church. So I don't know, like, I think that's pretty interesting. Cy is a toxic masculinity guy. He's he's clearly like embraced all that shit. He doesn't have a strong male figure in his life except for Monsignor Wix, who turns out to be his real dad, who had just like not embraced him. And as soon as that happened, he's like, he wants to prove himself to his dad, even though he was already trying to prove himself to that guy, just for the clout of it all. And because he was absent a father. You've got Kerry Washington, who just took Cy in, believing that to be her half brother, to make her father proud. If he's looking down on me, I think he's pleased, she said. Like there's some pretty direct things happening here. Even Martha, she clearly saw the former Monsignor Wix as a father figure, and it led her to treat his daughter the way that he treated her, his actual daughter, which was as a fucking piece of shit rather than somebody like with flaws, a real person that is worthy of love regardless. Like all that stuff factors in really well. Judd is kind of the notable exception. It seems like we don't really know what his parented situation is, but he's got his own thing going on. I like that so much of the flock, the congregation, are people with baggage specific to fathers, because ultimately I think that Father Wix, like, that's his appeal to these people. And it explains why they stick there. It's because they've either been abandoned by a father before, or they haven't had one, or they've had a bad one, or he
it's
just
a
filled that
correlation
role
to
because he was
people's
there.
faith as well, and God the
Yeah,
Father.
exactly.
I mean, your relationship with God. Yeah.
Daddy issues.
So, I don't know.
A Knives Out mystery.
Whoa!
Yeah, really.
Starring Soju. I'm gonna solve the mystery.
Is it
The most problematic daddy of all.
I'm gonna solve the mystery. I'm in there. Soju Blanc over here.
What absurd accent are you going to be wielding? You know. Oh,
Just
hey.
my natural one.
There's
I'm
very
going all
few
natural,
socially acceptable accents for him to access. So
The Southern man being really the only one. It's just
that seems like a tried and true route.
I'm gonna do my sweet Irish accent that I'm really good
let's
at
hear
doing.
that right now.
I gotta save it for the film. I don't want to spoil it.
I'll do it on the day.
I'm very disappointed in you.
Yes. Any other major things you guys want to touch on before we rate this?
This movie's kind of hard to talk about, to be honest. I think that's another thing about it being 2.5 hours is, I will say really quick, I honestly was a little bit confused. I'm still a little bit confused. I was paying attention.
That's good.
But
wow.
I thought that they showed, even on the tape, so the way it played out and the way that it showed on the tape made me really confused. And I feel like it was tricking me.
You mean the resurrection?
Yeah, the resurrection, where I thought that the gardener came after. Like, I thought it even showed it on the tape or something. I thought it showed on the tape a resurrection, Judd coming by, and then somebody else coming behind Judd, which I thought was the gardener. And I thought it even played out that way.
Look like that.
So
like
who was the third person who came?
That was Dr. Nat. He's the one that actually killed Samson and then like basically put Judd in that position.
Yeah, he had the rain jacket on and he's meant to look like the gardener.
He's meant to look like Samson to
the lawyer.
Yeah, because that's Samson's house that's like right outside that.
And they're trying to frame Judd. Is that right?
No, I don't think they didn't expect Judd to be there.
No,
no, because she's surprised that he's dead. Samson's dead.
Yeah,
so
like that was something I didn't expect.
But the lawyer killed Samson.
No, the doctor killed
Dr.
Samson.
Nat.
Or the doctor. Not the lawyer.
He killed Samson because at that
Jeremy
point,
Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner killed him because he saw the diamond and was like, oh shit, I can have this diamond. And
they wanted that video.
Yeah. Okay.
They just wanted that video as like evidence of a miracle.
Proof of resurrection.
Yes, okay.
But then Judd shows up and kind of throws a wrench in their whole thing.
Yes. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah. So they're just going to have the video of the old man busting out of the tomb and walking into the woods. That's all they were going to do.
That's what they wanted. Yeah.
Why did the doctor go out there? Was it only because Judd came that the doctor
No, because
that way
they wanted him to be there to look like he was Samson, the gardener, witnessing.
So
it
they
happen.
can't say
they wanted
it was
Samson to be like deified a little bit as well.
So then Samson was going to come out later and say, "Yes, I did see the resurrection."
Exactly.
And they would have video proof that Samson,
he was there,
who was actually the
Dr. Nat was going to take the body. Is going to dissolve the body in acid.
Okay, because I was like, I thought I saw him on the tape, and then it gets complicated. Okay.
Yeah. He was also the one that stole the other wolf head or whatever.
Even when
I mean, I couldn't guess either. Yeah, I've seen it twice, and I know for sure.
Me down and go step for step, I still can't guess it.
There's a lot of shit going on. To be fair, you know.
more in this Benoit Blanc series than in most because it is playing to people that are in large part it's written by and for other mystery dorks that would kind of see some of the more tried and true red herring activity for what it is, so they have to go the extra mile with it. I think it's a little more complex than your bog standard mystery for that reason. It's
been a while, but I can't remember. I think just from my memory, this is just from my memory, before we rate this, I would say that Knives Out would still be my favorite. And I can't remember Glass Onion well enough to where these would be competing, but I don't think this one lives up to Knives Out. Like, I don't think this one is nearly as good as Knives, or like as dynamic as Knives Out was. How do you generally feel about this trilogy?
Bob, you first.
I think so. I haven't seen the first two in quite a while. I feel like I would probably go like 1, 3, 2 in my rating. I think Glass Onion is probably my least favorite. I really like the general like setting and vibe, spooky kind of vibe of this one a good bit.
Yeah.
I think the story in the first one might be better, but like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen it, so maybe I need to revisit it.
1, 3, 2. But yeah, I can't remember too much about Glass Onion except the setting.
Oh, I remember. I've seen both. I've seen them all, like at least 2 or 3 times. I like.
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry. I've seen the first two at least 2 or 3 times. I've seen this one twice, and it's like I have a hard time picking a ranking. If I had to, gun to my head, I think I'd go 1, 3, 2 as well. But I really still like Glass Onion a lot. It's just that the thing is like they're doing the thing where they put the famous detective into sort of like into different mysteries, but with a different subgenre in the mix. The first one is just like straight like homage to the murder mystery in an old mansion. The second one, it leans into the comical, and it does the Hercule Poirot. What is that? It goes from the Orient Express to River the Nile, Death on the Nile, and then that one goes to whatever the Halloween story that is spookier.
Oh yeah,
it follows that same kind of rubric.
Yeah, it kind of does.
And it just sort of infuses it with a different feeling, and it's really, to me, comes down to what I feel about those different feelings. I'm just devoted to the mystery genre self-reflection in the first one, and I really love like the tone, like you said, Bob, the look and the feel and the conversation about faith in this one. And I really like in Glass Onion the conversation about like power and ideas and like the critique of billionaires and things like that. Very on board for that sort of shit right now. So I just love all of them, and so I have a really hard time like saying like without question this one's my favorite. It really comes down to a game of inches for me.
Cool. Randy, speaking of inches, let's go ahead and rate this thing out of 5.
Bumpy inches.
Randy, kick us off. How do you feel out of 5? God, the name of this movie is so fucking long. I never want to say it.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I will
wake up, dead man, a Knives Out mystery. How do you feel, Randy?
I don't like the title, but I like pretty much everything else about this. Like, I have such fun with these. They're just like, they give you everything. They give me everything that I want out of a mystery novel. It's not, or a mystery story. It's smart, and it keeps me guessing without demanding that I follow along perfectly. It gives a lot of self-effacing in a lot of ways. Like it knows what it is, and it doesn't mind poking fun at itself a little bit. It provides a bit of social commentary in the mix for all of them. I don't know, man. I like all of that stuff. It's just kind of a blend to me. And I just think this is like Rian Johnson being his most Rian Johnson. Like, I love this stuff. I watched his show Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne, and it's similarly great for a lot of the same reasons, even though it is a totally different sort of feel than any of these movies.
Glad Star Wars didn't ruin him.
I don't have a strong opinion about Star Wars anymore. Besides, I don't want to have an opinion about Star Wars. So fuck that.
What is Star Wars?
Never heard of her.
I had enough of. I had one too many Star War, and now I've had enough Star War. Yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, I don't have a lot, like I said, that I want to that I can pull on to critique this. There's a few nitpicks I can make, but ultimately, I just really, really like it. And if there's some recency bias at play, of course, I'm gonna give it a 4.25, room to grow. The reason I'm giving it lower is just because I feel like I feel like once the afterglow wears off, maybe it'll stand to drop some. I don't think it's going to go too much higher up, so I'm giving it that room. I'm dropping it lower than I actually feel it out of anticipation for that.
You said 4.25?
Yeah, I feel really good about it. It's as a horror movie, it's just not. But I'm discounting that forever and ever for
murder.
This podcast.
And mystery.
Like Scooby-Doo.
That's it for me. 4.25.
Yeah.
That's
they
fine.
say Scooby-Doo shit in this.
They
so
do.
It's a horror
Is Scooby-Doo a horror?
Bob, why don't you go next?
Oh, shit.
Be our Mr. Meat today.
Hi, I'm Mr.
Mr.
Meat.
Jackpot.
Yeah, I have a good time with all these movies, generally speaking, and I think it's great for a Netflix sit. Like going to the theater to watch these they do look good, so it might be worth a gander in the theater. But I think
I loved it in the theater, minus the fucking dickhead.
the fucking asshole.
Personally.
Yeah, they're fun to watch at the house, though. These mysteries are just always very fun and intriguing, and they're a good sit. Benoit Blanc's accent, I think, does sort of like come and go a little bit in kind of all of these movies. I think it's a little dodgy sometimes. But it doesn't like really matter that much because he is kind of goofy, so it works on that level. I like that these movies don't take themselves like super, super seriously, and they do lean into the comedy. Man, that when they're at the morgue and they see Wick's body on the slab, and then the coroner's like, "Oh, we gotta flip the meat," and of course they have like a sandwich in their mouth while they're doing it, and it's just like so nonchalant. I don't know. That shit cracks me up. I really like the spooky setting. The church is like really badass. You see like, the mark where on the wall where the cross was just sort of like looming over the whole scene. I just really love the whole idea of this like priest dying in the church and them trying to like figure out exactly what happened. It's all pretty cool, all pretty spooky, great performances across the board. A really like amazing cast, just very entertaining. Just like at its core, it's just like really entertaining. It's a good time. Mm-hmm. I don't really have any critiques. I love when Netflix does churn out a movie that's a little long in the tooth, and like I'm like on board with it and not like bitching about the runtime, which I feel like is very rare. But these I'm kind of down.
You really
with.
bitch a lot.
I love to bitch, let me tell you. So yeah, I'm going to come in a little lower than Randy on this, but I think a 3.75 is where I'm going to land this plane. So Juice, how do you feel?
I guess I'm the lowest today. I like these movies. I like Knives Out a lot. I think Knives Out is really good. And I do like the kind of spooky nature of this one. I think it's well written and well acted. It's a fun experience. But to be honest, I was like, I haven't thought about Glass Onion in forever. And I think I probably enjoyed watching that one as well. But they just don't leave as much an impression of me. I treat it more. It's kind of like the difference between. This feels more kind of like a ride almost. Like, like an amusement ride. It kind of feels like. Where it's just to experience it, but I'm not gonna like, okay, you go and you wait in an amusement ride and there's some story and they explain some shit to you, but it doesn't matter, or like it doesn't link. I don't leave a theme park ride thinking about the story that just unfolded and how it ultimately ended up and how it tied into the ride. It's just, I feel like these mystery type of movies, I experience them. They're fun for, a couple hours. They set a mood, and then I really never think about them again, except for Knives Out. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. I feel like I just watched it like a couple days ago, and even it's hard to talk about because I'm like, I don't know, like what's going on here. It just kind of
different than a lot of movies, though. Like that's the thing. Is like,
yeah, that's true.
Like a lot of horror movies that we've reviewed have very little that you can actually talk about.
Randy.
It's just it's meant to do exactly what you just described. I think this is meant to be pondered a little bit more because you can go. It's like the thing where you get to go back and see how everything connects or whatever. That's the rewatchability factor and stuff.
So I don't know. I just it was fine and a little confusing, a little long, but generally had some good themes, good acting. Felt rewarding in the end, but not super impactful for me. Like there's just nothing that's like I'm pondering personally. So I'm gonna put this at a 3.25. Just
actually, that's interesting.
Fun. Yeah, but
of all of the three of them that I've watched, I think this is the one that left me with the most to ponder, just because of the religious aspect and like that scene with Father Judd where he's like desperately hunting this thing.
Like you do, Randy.
You are the daddy issue.
I'm the daddy issue.
I exploit the daddy issue, but I don't have them.
Jesus.
Don't have daddies? I think you do.
That's going to put our aggregate at a 3.75 for the longest title of a movie in history.
I don't like a Knives Out mystery. You don't need that shit.
No.
Well, yeah, but they do need to tie it to that because honestly, when y'all were talking about it, I was like, I don't know what this movie is. I know what y'all are talking about. It really does tie it into the franchise.
Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery.
I don't like the Wake Up Dead Man either, like as a title. Glass Onion was like oblique and strange and ended up making perfect sense with the plot or
Glass
whatever.
Onion. So like Glass Onion now, 3 years later, even though I haven't thought about it at all, when somebody mentions it, I know exactly what it is and what franchise it fits into. I'm going to forget this tomorrow that it's called Wake Up Dead Man. And in 3 years, when someone mentions it, I'm going to be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wake Up Dead Man.
A Knives Out mystery.
And be like, that sounds like some post-hardcore band from 2012 or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Cool. 3.75. Let's jump over to our Rotten Maters segment, see what the critics and users have to say.
Certified. Dead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rotten Tomatoes segment in which I'm going to have these gentlemen guess within the best of their abilities what the aggregate positive score is on RottenTomatoes.com. Starting with, of course, the tomatometer or the critics, and then moving on to the poopometer or the users. So let's go with Bob today to start us off. There are 262 critic reviews of this film. 262. What percentage would you wager are positive reviews?
I feel like this whole franchise is just positively received kind of across the board. It's my feeling of it. So I think this is going to be pretty high. Probably not in the 90s, though. Maybe somewhere in the 80s. I'll take, let's take like in 83.
83. Okay. Soju, what about you?
I'm gonna go a little lower than that. I don't know why, but I'm gonna say 75.
All right, so we got a 75 and we got an 83. Well, gents, one of you is closer than the other, but you're still 9 percentage points away from the correct score. That score being 92%. Jeez, Bob's walking sideways into this one. Certified fresh.
Sideways.
Walking sideways. Into what?
Whoa, Bob.
Damn.
Damn. Congrats.
Damn. Hellski.
Damn.
Hellski.
The critics' consensus reads as follows: giving Benoit Blanc a worthy mystery with its genuinely soulful fixation on faith and a scene-stealing Josh O'Connor performance. Wake Up Dead Man is another Knives Out puzzle that comes together splendidly. Yeah, that Josh O'Connor performance is
splendidly.
Yeah, we probably didn't talk about that enough. He does a great job in this movie.
He carries, Benoit Blanc does not show up until minute 40 or some shit? Like, it feels like a long time before he shows up. Anyway. Yeah, good stuff. Let's move over to the poopometer, where there are 1,000 plus verified ratings from users. Going in reverse order, Bob, what percentage of those users would you guess gave positive reviews?
I think Juice goes first this time.
Yeah, I should go first, Randy.
Did I start with you, Bob? Okay, yeah. Then sorry, Juice, go ahead.
I want to take The Boys 86 just because.
The Boys.
One last disguise.
Ooh, I want that one last disguise, baby.
Boys.
boys. Okay, we're devolving. Okay, Bob, now you come in. Tell us what you think. What percentage are positive? 1,000 plus reviews.
That's a lot of reviews. I feel like people dig this shit. Man, The Boys. That's pretty high. Is it higher? Maybe. I'll take 88. Project 88. So maybe we can tie.
I don't have a bump for that one. Sorry. Yeah, 88 from Bob, 86 from Soju. I believe 8 percentage point difference here. Is that right? No. What? 6 percentage point. What the fuck? I can't do math. I cannot do math. Certainly not when I'm trying to speak. The correct answer is 94%. Bob sweeping.
Oh my god!
94% certified hot. It's
what? Popcorn's hot, huh?
We sweeping skeet tonight. Yeah.
Damn, I am blown away by that.
You should.
I don't know why this is such a crowd pleasing franchise. The shocking thing to me is that
movie is not super crowd pleasing. Like, it's positive.
I thought it was. But people clapped at the end of the fucking run. Maybe that was just because that dude finally fucking left, but there were some claps.
This is not clap worthy for me.
No,
really?
I refuse to clap.
I've seen people clap at some dumb
That's
shit.
so unlike you to not clap.
Actually, no, I clap at anything, literally anything.
It's what you do.
I do. I start the clap.
I am the clap.
Come on, everybody. Let's show support to the people not here.
I am the clap.
I am.
They call me the clapper.
That was for different reasons, though.
So do the clap the man.
The clap.
The clap the man, yeah.
Y'all remember that? What was that? What was that like spin-off movie? Get Him to the Greek or whatever, and they had a bunch of songs, and one of the song from the like fake band that he was in, and one of the songs was about the clap. I think it was called The Clap.
I got it off the back of the toilet
It was like
seat.
We got the clap, you got the clap.
Oh yeah,
that shit's ridiculous. It's like a pop song.
Very stupid. All right, let's read some negative reviews just to see how they sound. Sometimes they're funny, but I'm guessing not. I'm gonna get mad. Here we go.
Make me
Three
laugh.
films in. Films in. That formula is fraying. The quips come as thick and as fast as any Marvel film. The detailed explanations are very self-satisfied. There's very little depth to the ballooning cast. I mean, I don't know like how that's different from the first one, truthfully, but
yeah,
whatever.
You got the clap. You got the clap.
Let's see. One more negative. The plot of Wake Up Dead Man is fatally cluttered, and the story winds up in a blur of exposition that's not particularly clever. I don't know what this person's looking for, but that's fine. All right. Nothing fun happening in the negative reviews. I'm sorry to say. Soju, you want to take some trivia for us?
Yes.
All right.
It's totally time for trivia.
All right. At the end of Judd's letter, he says he has been writing it for the last hour, and that voiceover reading occurs 1 hour into the movie.
Whoa.
That's just good. That's just good timing.
I don't think I really knew this, or maybe I did and I forgot about it, but it says, like its predecessors, it was named after a song. Wake Up Dead Man is from U2's 1997 album Pop. Never really
that makes sense, actually.
Me either.
I don't listen to U2 either, but like I know Glass Onion was a Beatles thing. Knives Out, I don't remember, but I that was a song. Radiohead song. There we go. So I didn't really put that together, but yeah. That's a kind of a fun conceit. That makes the name of this slightly more acceptable in the slightest way.
So I don't know where this ended up. I mean, I do know where it ended up, but like there was a big push and pull back and forth between like this getting a theatrical release, and it was supposed to be more, it was supposed to be less, whatever. But it says in August 2025, Netflix announced that the planned theatrical release would be scaled back from earlier plans, and the film would only have a token theatrical release instead before going straight to the streaming platform. Apparently, neither director Ryan Johnson nor Daniel Craig were very happy about this decision. And then so it says in September, so they fought for it to get a wider release in cinemas. But this two piece of trivia, this one says, but their wishes were overruled. The next piece of trivia says, in September 2025, Netflix finally caved into Ryan Johnson and Daniel Craig's demand that the film get a theatrical release and agreed to give it a 2-week theatrical run before going to streaming. So
I think it's gone longer than that, though, at this point, because
really?
I saw it I want to say 3 weeks ago now, and I believe it's still playing here. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Maybe they just saw the dollar signs, because I was in a packed fucking theater. I can tell you that.
Whoa.
Okay.
Packed with dildos that can't shut up.
Oh, from Spencer's, neon dildos from Randy's Run at Spencer's. This was Jeremy Renner's first movie after his near-fatal snowplow accident that happened in 2023. So I'm glad he, I guess, made a full recovery, seems like, or a recovery. Yeah. So, that's scary. The crucifix that Glenn Close wears in the film was given to her in real life by her father and is the same one she had in the film House of the Spirits. There you go.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
That's real nice.
That's really nice. The body shown during the autopsy was a prosthetic made to resemble Josh Brolin. This allowed the morgue actors to perform the meat flip during filming. And it was also used because Brolin's physique was considered too muscular to convincingly portray an average Monsignor.
I love
just
a good
too
meat
ripped.
That hog is too fat to be seen on screen.
It's giving Willem Dafoe dick.
Yeah. You're just too ripped, my guy.
Fat hog Dafoe, or whatever we call him.
God damn.
Big dick Dafoe.
This is weird. So Jeremy Renner was initially, I guess, going to be Tom Hardy. It doesn't say why he didn't end up taking the film, but it says Tom Hardy was originally going to be cast in that role. I think that's good enough, right? That was like 6 pieces of trivia.
Those were trivia.
Good job.
A trivial amount of trivia.
There's actually some for a new film. There's a lot.
Some shit. Yeah, that's rare. That's rare.
Yeah.
All right. Juice, why don't you take us through our Cooter of the Week?
Straight chillin'. Cooter of the Week.
What is a cooter and why do we hunt them?
Ooh, I'm really working hard this week. I'm working so hard I might have to take next week off. We'll see.
Earn that pay.
Cooter's a character type and a straight chillin' exclusive. Cooter has to hit 3 of these 5 points to be considered a cooter, but we want the cooter with the most points. The 5 points of cooterdom are sexual deviance, manipulation, smug arrogance, overall look and attire, and overall patheticness, boys. I think we got ourselves some cooters this week. Maybe more than one. Definitely one. I feel confident we got one.
I think you must be thinking of our good friend Monsignor Wicks.
Let's go. Monsignor Soju.
Weeks.
I should have come in with Monsignor Soju. Damn it.
No.
Damn,
sorry,
roll it back.
You're
Roll
Soju
the
clap
back,
the
Bob.
man.
Let's do it again. From the top. What up, nerds?
We got the clap.
You got the clap.
So sexual deviancy. Our boy, talking about a parishioner.
Just fucking jerking it constantly.
Yeah.
He sired a father. Or sired a child.
Sired a father.
Maybe your father one day.
I sired my own father. That's weird.
Don't think too hard about that.
I mean, he's banging
Too
his
late.
grandma.
Did a fry. It did a fry from Futurama.
It's a real chicken or the egg situation.
It is.
So, okay. Sexual deviance, manipulation.
Yes.
Oh,
Smug
yeah.
arrogance. I think he hits all the big ones.
For sure.
Back to so boom. Got it.
I don't think they need explaining.
Overall patheticness.
I don't know. I mean, yes. I think his whole ethos is kind of pathetic, but
Pretty
that's more just like
pathetic,
my
yeah.
opinion on him.
How threatened he is by like people having a prayer session is pretty pathetic, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like his need for that type of control and stuff. Also, too, I mean, this is manipulation, but the girl with the wheelchair, like that's like super pathetic.
Oh, that's so
up.
fucked. Yeah. That, I mean,
And then, all
you gotta
right,
be
so
fucking-
yeah, I mean,
you gotta be a real piece of shit to do that.
real
Looking
piece
at
of
Tyre, I
shit.
think he's wearing the proper uniform, so whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Is there anybody else?
let's see. I mean, yeah, Dr. Nat, maybe. I mean, he's got patheticness down
the
pat.
good doctor. Pathetic.
Actually, him and Lee, whatever, the writer, both have patheticness on their docket, I would say.
Manipulation. He's the one who's conducting this whole kind of plan.
Yeah, he is. Well, and he tries to frame Father Judd when he decides to take the plan into his own hands. He tries to manipulate Martha. He fails at those things because he's pathetic and terrible at it. But
does he have a smug arrogance to him as well?
I don't think so. I think he's too downtrodden. It does say, although we don't see a lot of it, that he's getting Father Wicks is convincing him to be more and more resentful towards his ex-wife and towards women in general.
That's right. Women
which,
in general.
like,
ex-wife. That's his whole
so
thing.
like,
that's right.
There's an arrogance to that, generally speaking, but I don't know that he exhibits a lot of that besides just being pissed off at his ex-wife and pathetic about it.
Oh my god.
Sexual deviancy, not so much either. Not a whole lot of rope to hang him with there.
Trying to get his ex-wife back, boys.
He's giving that divorced energy hard.
I know. You just gotta go scoop up some new ladies, my guy.
Just pop on down to the store and grab a pack.
Just the store.
You know,
Bob, where do you shop?
You gotta find the ones who got those daddy issues, you know?
Oh my god. Daddy issues surplus store.
You got problems.
Those really make strong, good, long-term relationships right there.
Yeah. That's right.
So the key to a good long-term relationship is breaking them as quickly as possible emotionally.
God damn, Randy. Jesus.
I'm starting my Manosphere podcast this week.
Welcome to Sigma Cast, episode 1.
Lambda. Welcome to the
Here's my
Lambda
guest,
boot
Soju the
camp.
Clap the Man, going to tell us why fairer sex need not apply.
Never wear protection. That's the number one rule to being a man.
Unless
I literally saw one of these fucking dipshits tweeted something like, if you have a girlfriend in 2025, you're just gay. Like, I saw somebody legitimately post that, and I was like, you guys are the I won't wipe my ass because I can't touch my asshole or else I'm gay of people. It's
Jesus
the amount of the amount of mental gymnastics to justify your absolute fear of every woman
I need to
around
get
you
in
is
on this
insane.
scheme.
I can confirm.
I think I could.
Literally, there's nothing too unbelievable that you can say that won't garner you fucking Patreon
All right, if
supporters.
you guys see me on a Manosphere podcast in the near future, just know it's 100% bullshit and just trying to take people's money because
Just
they're
for the
stupid,
money.
and I should take it.
The straightest
if someone's
thing-
gonna take it, it should be me.
The straightest thing you can do with your own asshole is make sure it's full of shit. Let me
I'm gonna try
tell
to be
you.
as outlandish.
If you
as
wipe your ass,
possible.
you are a homosexual.
You might as well
deserving
put a
of
dick
God's
in there.
wrath.
A man needs a scent, okay? You got to establish your scent to send out to the
Your
women
scent.
to pick up
My
on.
scent is poopy.
You want it to be
That's
as
the scent
loud
I
as
want to
possible.
exude. The manliest scent. Poopy out of your beehole.
It shows that you're not gay, that you don't touch your own ass.
When you smell like boom boom that
ladies
came out
love
of your
it.
beehole, that means you're the biggest man in town. Don't let
if you
anybody
hear
tell
me
you
saying
different.
these things in the future, just know it's purely for taking idiots' money.
I
The
think this
ladies
is going
will
to be
chase
They'll
you
respect
down.
me.
This is going to be the Metamorphosis version 3 of the show. It's going to be us just doing this bit.
That's going to be episode 1. Establish your manly scent.
They literally made fucking like dick tanning machines. Like, there's nothing you can do that is not that it like the world is a self parody.
Why are you tanning your dick?
Because it's manly. I need to get in on this. I got to. God that shit, damn, dude. If someone's God, these guys got too much money. They're well past dick and boner pills at this point, and all the way into the fucking tanning salon for your junk.
God. We need to sell like temporary tattoos for your dick, to give it a manly feel,
One that says "Wake up and smell the coffee. It's a morning in America." Just so they feel really good about their length and girth.
I think Wix is our Cooter of the week. I think we got him.
Oh yeah, we're doing a show.
I think we got him.
Yes. Way to keep us on the rails there, Bob.
I'm trying.
Well,
let's let's talk about what we've been watching this week.
Okay.
Hey gang, what you been watching?
Rand Diesel, what you been watching?
Quite a bit, because we've got a little backlog going for a few weeks here. Still watching Pluribus, and I've been enjoying it, although there's a lot of folks that don't like the pacing of the show. I'm perfectly fine with it. I like slow and steady character study type stuff, so it's up my alley. I did watch Home Alone 2, The Deuce, which I think is maybe just like a personal favorite, even though I think it's an inferior film to the first one on a nuts and bolts level. But I love Christmassy New York. Like that, there's literally when I had cancer as a kid, my dreams come true, make a wish thing was to go to New York City because of this movie, because I watched this movie and wanted to go. So yeah, I really love Home Alone 2, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I've been watching the holiday specials of Bob's Burgers, which I have not been a very consistent viewer of the show. There's so many fucking seasons of the show, and every single one they do a really good Thanksgiving and Christmas episode and Halloween episode.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I should have been paying more attention to the show this whole time.
Yes.
Even though I have watched it I've watched at least 4 or 5 seasons, and I feel like I haven't done my due diligence. It's great.
You're a failure.
I watched Curtains with Joe Bob while I was wrapping some gifts. That was kind of fun. And then Krampus as well, again while wrapping some gifts. That movie just gets better every time I see it, I think. And then The Holdovers, which I had put off. I missed it last year. I missed the boat for a Christmas showing of that last year, and I finally got around to it this year, and that movie fucking rules. Yeah. That movie feels great. It feels like cinema with like 3 A's and an H. It's great. I don't know what else to say about it.
Cinema.
And then I have been playing through Hades 2, like I mentioned before, and I'm still loving the shit out of it. I just beat Chronos for the first time, and it's quite fun. I'm nowhere near done playing it either. It's so fucking addictive. And then last but not least, I'm going to mention a couple of shows that I got to go to, a couple of music shows. I got to see AJJ and Cursive live. That was fun. I'm not the world's biggest Cursive fan. Like, I know, like, there's like one song, that song Art is Hard, I love. I loved growing up. But and Ugly Organ as an album I was okay with, but I didn't really keep up with them and whatever. But AJJ is like a folk punk duo, sometimes more than that I have followed for fucking years, since I saw them at the Fest in Gainesville, like in, God, I don't know, like 2010 or something. Love them, so I went to see them. They opened up, and it's always funny seeing people watch them who aren't familiar with them, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Like, what is, like, it's just like dude kind of yelling and like strumming the shit out of their acoustics and their cello, like, or upright rather. I don't know. I loved it. And then last but not least, I did finally get to see the Beths from New Zealand, who I've been listening to pretty extensively this year, and apparently are like way better known. I came upon them through the algorithm. It actually served me something I liked, and I've been listening to them ever since they had a new album coming out this year. I listened to a lot of that, and they put on a great show. It was a lot of fun. I recommend both. Recommend all three of those bands. So yeah, that was it for me. Soju, what about you?
I've been watching some Christmas specials. I watched Home Alone OG. They're both great. They're really fun to watch 1 and 2 back to back. But yeah, the New York does have that special New York aspect, and of course it's got Tim Curry in it. So
yeah,
that's great. So
yeah,
but I haven't watched 2 yet this year, but I'll probably watch it. I also watched Muppet Christmas Carol. So that was nice, especially since we watched Scrooge, was it last week? And yeah, I definitely prefer like a Muppet Christmas Carol for sure. And then I've been going through the old, finally, I think I said I would wait, but I just been watching it for like lunch and shit, just to, cause I know we got to get there eventually. I've been watching the old Stranger Things, the one we're going to talk about, 5. Is it 5?
Yeah.
Dude, there's some characters in that I just don't like. I think I'm ready to wrap this whole Stranger Things up. I'm ready to move on.
We're
on
doing
with
it.
life.
We're wrapping it
I
up.
know. I'm ready to move on with
from
life.
your mouth to Netflix's ears. They just canceled season 6 because you just weren't interested anymore.
I know, dude. I don't like. We'll talk about it when we cover it, but I don't like the character of Robin. I just never have ever since she was introduced. And this season, I'm just like, Jesus, I can't take it anymore.
I don't remember who that is. So
I just
Ethan Hawke's daughter.
Yeah, I just the way that she's it's not necessarily how she portrays it. It's like the way
it's the way they're
pretty terrible. It's really terrible.
It's noticeably worse to me, anyways, in this season. So it's like
that's how I've always felt.
Really
feels consistent to me. I just can't take it anymore. Oof. But in fair, there's a lot of problems. So get ready for our Stranger Things coverage coming in a couple weeks. Oh my god.
Thine have some problems?
Just thine has some problems. All right. I think that's all I've been watching. Just Christmas stuff, generally. Just kind of Christmas stuff. Bob?
Hey.
What you been watching?
Some shit.
Okay.
Went to the Florida Theater to see Home Alone, and Macaulay Culkin was there. He did like a Q&A after that, which was pretty cool. Funny dude, actually. Like, he seems to really enjoy being known for that movie, and took a bunch of questions and was giving away some prizes to some of the kids in the audience and stuff. And so overall, just like very enjoyable, very fun. So yeah, if he ever comes to a town near you, I'd say it's worth checking out if you're a Home Alone freak, if you're freaky with it.
Please don't come if you're a Home Alone freak. That seems sounds like there's children present. Let's not go there.
Problematic.
I'm a freak. I watched
a bit of a Home Alone freak.
you know how it is.
I don't.
That's good. I'm glad. It's a test.
I love you.
He's just testing you.
Speaking of Home Alone freaks, he did say one of the little anecdotes he mentioned that I'll throw in here real quick is Joe Pesci, whenever they, at the very end of the movie, one of the like freakier things that happens, Joe Pesci's character is like, I'm going to bite this kid's fingers off one by one. And they were like running lines and like, before they actually shot that scene, just, running through everything and make sure everybody knows what they're doing. And he did end up biting one of Macaulay Culkin's fingers so hard that like he broke the skin and left a scar. So he's got like this scar on his finger from Joe Pesci's tooth from when he was a kid. Yeah.
That's a bit of a story.
Fucking crazy. Joe Pesci.
A little bit of a story that he can
turns
tell.
out.
Damn.
It's fucking nuts.
That's weird.
But cool. He's really cool. Bite kids. That's the message.
Disclaimer. No, it is not the message.
Just kidding.
No.
Don't do that.
Bob, you failed the test.
Don't do that. I also watched...
But my tummy can talk.
Yeah. Give you to the count of 10. Caught Stealing, watch that on Netflix as well. It's a new PTA movie. Randy, I think you mentioned you saw this too. I liked it quite a bit. It's fun. It's a good
it was
watch. Maybe not as.
Now
like,
that's a movie that washes over me, and I don't remember a whole lot about it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a action-y, thriller-y kind of joint. This guy's running all throughout New York City, basically running from gangsters, essentially, is what it's about. Not quite as layered as a lot of PTA movies are, but it's a pretty fun watch. So if you got Netflix, it's worth a gander, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Watched a couple other Christmas stuff. I threw on The Leech, which is a relatively new Christmas movie. Maybe like 5 years ago it came out, something like that. If you want to get some more priest action in your life, it's a story of this.
No, not at all.
It's a movie about a priest.
Personally.
Watch Fleabag.
It's a movie about a
I
priest.
personally don't want some priest action.
Come on, a little
in my
priest
life.
action, baby. Let's go. It's that kind of Friday
It's the
night. You just gotta get some
holidays.
priest action.
Trying to get priested
Nope.
up.
Nope, we're not trying to do that.
Hey, boy, let me confess.
Nope.
Yeah, The Leech is about a priest, and he comes across this homeless gentleman, and he invites him into his home around Christmas time because it's very cold, and he's just got nowhere to live. And he, leeches off the priest, and shit goes kind of sideways. Jeremy Gardner plays the homeless man. Funny dude. Worth a gander if you want something maybe a little bit different for a Christmas watch. Yeah, check it out. And also, I throw on Christmas, Bloody Christmas again. I feel like I enjoy that movie like 5% more each time I watch it. It like kind of starts to creep up a little bit. It's a good time. If you haven't seen that, it is on Shudder, so it's easy to find, and it's like a Santa Claus Terminator coming to town, basically. So
It's low stakes fun.
it is.
I enjoy it.
Low stakes for sure. That's what Shaboy Bob has been watching. Let's go ahead and jump over to our Hotline Screams.
Hotline Scream.
If you guys would like to call in and leave a voicemail to be featured on next week's show, hit us up at 904-638-3231. Tonight, we're going to be hearing from our biggest fan, Shaboy Nas. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nas here. Listened to last week's episode and heard all the voicemails. I'm answering the prompt from how do we find street chilling in our first episode. My first episode I listened to was the Blair Witch episode. I came across you guys because I was planning on making a Blair Witch short movie. And I needed like information about the movie. Like I love the movies, but I just needed more info. And I thought, let me listen to a podcast. Then I found y'all, and then really I forgot about making a short movie because I got intrigued about you guys. You were fun. You were doing goofy stuff even back then, and then also just really good information, really about the movies. And the funny stuff with it that comes with it is like it grabbed me, and then from then on, when was that? What did I say? It was like, I think it was like February when I first listened. So in 3 months it will be a year, or 2 months, let's say. And as you saw in I don't know if you saw in the Spotify Wrapped, I listened to you guys 35,000 minutes, and I listened to 5 episodes in one day once. I got hooked on street chilling. It was crazy, and I listened to you guys every day at work because you have like more than 500 episodes, and then if you start, you need to listen to all of them, and then it's just, street chilling is a drug. It's a drug, and I'm hooked on it, and I love it. But yeah, that's really how I found y'all. The Blair Witch episode. Good episode, man. Then I listened to the second one, to the second Blair Witch movie review did. Also loved that one, and then so on. But now I'm really catching up. I'm like at episode 100, so that's 100 more I need to listen, and then I'm done going through the full catalog. Yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been a fun year listening to you guys. Really appreciate y'all. Thank you for making me smile almost every day. And yeah, I hope you have a good day, and love you guys. Bye-bye.
Well, that's just real nice.
Whoa. I didn't know. I mean, he said he forgot about it, but is Nas like some kind of filmmaker or?
I don't know that he's made it anything. Not that he's mentioned. Maybe he has. But I guess he never made that.
I mean, I feel bad that we
short.
like instead of making something, he's listening to us. Dicks.
If you want to give up on all your hopes and dreams, just listen to Straight Chill.
Straight Chill.
We'll slide you into a nice clear rut for the rest of your life.
We'll make sure you never accomplish anything ever again.
Going back and listening to the whole catalog would be intense.
It's a lot to do. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, even just
5 episodes in a day is what, minimum 10 hours? Like that's a lot.
About 10 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do almost 2 episodes for a whole year.
Yeah, a day. Yeah, you could.
A day. Yeah, 2 episodes a day for a whole year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man.
That would be a lot.
That shit is crazy.
Especially because some of that old quality and like it's so many different like hosts. Like, how long was Cesar on for? 100 episodes ish, or
maybe I would say maybe a year. Like not even 100 episodes.
50.
I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so wild to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? That's crazy.
Shit's
we miss the old bish around here.
The old bish.
The old bish.
Pour one out. Pour one out. For
and then actually, I mean, I guess like
get
for
away
a while,
from her, you bitch.
If you start at the beginning, it's like 63 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then so up until episode 100 would also have Rickety and Drew for a large part.
Yeah, they would cycle in. I don't think they were on everything. Yeah, I think Brad would pop in. Yeah.
And then Brad,
Brad was on for a good long while there too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The legacy of Straight Chilling.
And
there's a whole documentary about it.
I know. I was about to say there's a whole documentary that's 3 years old now this year.
Yeah, episode 400 was when we put it out. So yeah, but 3 years.
See, Nos, instead of making that Blair Witch movie, you could just make the dramatization of the Straight Chilling story. I mean,
it's time to start working on that second documentary, boys. God. Where are they now?
Where are they now? Same fucking chair.
They won't shut the fuck up.
My God. I had a bunch of bonus footage that I was working on. I was going to release, and then my computer died. Like my editing computer literally died. I still have the footage, but not the project files where I was editing everything. So maybe eventually, yeah.
Damn, dog.
I know. That really does suck. Yeah.
Fucking it.
All right.
Anyways.
Hey, thanks for calling.
Check out our documentary.
Yeah, we got another voicemail while we've been recording. Can you play that? Right? It's from Miles, so we know it's
I got it.
Okay, yeah, let's go and hear what Miles has to say.
Come on now. Come on. Oh, play.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nas here. Listen.
Nas. Yeah, that's Nas. So.
Nas called it again.
I downloaded both Nas. Hey, let's just play it straight off the vine here. Let's go. We're gonna play it now.
Oh boy.
What's up, guys? It's Miles here. I was doing a follow-up call because I know Nicole did a follow-up to my question about the horror noir. But I guess I'm answering my own question because I recently rewatched Kiss Me Deadly. I think you guys should definitely review that. One of you horror podcast people review that. I can't say why. It is very much a noir movie, but I think it would fit right at home on a horror podcast. And I haven't decided if I'm going to try to get a U pick in January, if I do end up trying and getting one, I think that'd probably be one that I would pick. Yeah, I think that would fit right at home on a horror podcast. Don't look if you haven't seen that movie. Don't look anything up about it, because it has some real good like twists and turns. But yeah, would fit perfectly at home on a horror podcast, and it's always on like the top 20, top 10 like best noir films of all time. And then Nos asked about straight chilling tattoos and where you would get one if we were to get one. I don't have any tattoos. I don't really plan on getting any tattoos. But I guess to answer that question, if I had to get a straight chilling tattoo, where would I get it? Nowhere that potential employers would see, definitely. Especially if you guys get canceled. I don't know what Bob's up to. You know, I can't have that showing and then, you know, go and try to interview for a job. But yeah, that was, check out Kiss Me Deadly. Yeah, really good noir movie that would fit perfectly in line with horror fans. So yeah, check that out. All right, take care.
Man, I would love to do some noir.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, especially
Kiss Me Deadly,
come up with a lot.
Because it's clearly named after that Real Big Fish song. So
yeah,
clearly.
If you haven't been listening to the past episode or two, we've been talking about horror movies that cross over with film noir and like trying to find a good mixture of those two subgenres. And it sounds like Miles may have cracked the code here. And maybe we'll talk about it if Miles ends up getting a U pick. That'd be cool. I've never heard of that movie before, so I'll not look into it.
Nightmare Alley's pretty up that alley.
Yeah, that's true. We did cover that one.
That Nightmare Alley.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Right up there.
Yeah.
Now, one thing to spin off the tattoo idea, here's something I was thinking about too, is
body modification.
We asked where would you get the tattoo, but I want to know what design you would want, because maybe the lack of straight chillin' tattoos has to go to, we need more design options. So Randy, we might need to get that one off. Also do some more work. But also here might be a sneaky straight chillin' tattoo. If you want to get a bottle of soju or some kind of soju spin-off tattoo in dedication to me, then that could be considered
just says
a straight chillin' tattoo. So I want to know what kind of straight chillin' tattoo design you would get. Not necessarily where you would get it, but what design would you get?
Or what line would you want? Yeah. Like, I don't know if you want to do a quote or something.
And maybe just this is right here live on the show. If there's enough money left in the straight chillin' fund, maybe we'll give out a prize package to have one person get a straight chillin' tattoo if they commit to.
Boy, we're really just leaning in right now.
We will pay for you to get a dedicated soju tattoo on your inner thigh.
Maybe we gotta check the funds and see.
Okay, it's the time of year where we're making dreams come true. Okay,
it's gonna be my tramp stamp. Solid 1 star.
If you want to solid 1 star.
It's got a little star right on your tailbone. Oh,
if you want me to translate anything to Korean too, you want to get some Korean, tattoo that's dedicated to us. You know, 1/2 star for the Yavos or something.
Yeah, if it's in Korean,
that design does exist.
Then your boss won't know what it says. You can say
exactly.
You
there
want.
You go. You could get a Korean tattoo.
It means
still
peace,
dedicated to me.
It means tits.
Says Soju the man in Korean.
Soju the man.
So just throwing that out there, you know. Just throwing it out there.
It's been thrown. We got it. It's out there.
It's on the world.
It's in the world, inside of it. We got you. Call in 904.
Soju the man that tattoo.
I just said that.
What? No, you didn't. No, Juice said the very funny
that
joke.
was my
That was a very funny Justin. Oh, call in 904-638-3231 to be featured on next week's show. Tell us about straight chillin' tattoos or whatever. Just whatever. Just say hey.
Just
Just say
just
hey.
whatever.
Whatever.
Just tell us how your day's been.
Just say what's up. Just you know.
Is that woman
Just, you know.
Just, you
trying
know.
to do
Check
your
in.
head?
You know what to do.
We'll be back next week with a brand new show. As always, we're talking about another remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, the new one in theaters right
Another
now.
one. God, what is this? The third remake?
Second remake, I believe.
Second reboot. Yeah.
Well, remake.
The seventh in the franchise.
But also, too, wasn't there some
Is that right?
Silent Night?
Yeah,
no, that was Silent Night.
There's one called
no,
just
the Black
Silent Night.
Christmas. I'm thinking Black
Yeah.
Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
The first
yeah,
remake
We did
is
review
Silent Night.
Night,
Yeah.
which was bad.
And this has got your boy Rohan Campbell. Is
Kyle
his?
Cunningham.
Corey Cunningham. It doesn't matter.
Corey
Kyle.
whatever.
Kyle
Custer
Oh,
Cunningham.
is he the guy? Is he our main?
He's Killer Santa.
Wow. Oh boy. I haven't seen a trailer. I don't really know
I
anything about
can't
this,
wait to hear y'all's thoughts on this movie. I've already seen it.
I hope I can
I
share
cannot
them.
wait.
Damn. Okay, we'll see.
Man, oh man. But check it out.
Oh boy.
It's in theaters right now.
Corey.
Let's get naughty next week.
Get naughty.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Always naughty, baby.
From 2025.
There's no getting.
God. God damn it.
There's levels, more or less.
What's the level at which you get custard?
We will get you fired. Check it out. Get ready for next week's show. We're on social media. Check it out. We're on Slack. If you want to join Slack, let us know on social media and we'll let you on Slack, etc., etc. Happy holidays. Hope everybody's staying warm, staying safe out there. And until next week, as always, all you mother truckers, please keep chilling.
Wow, what a hole.